Brakes are your last line of defense. You see, although brakes are the only method of maintaining control that's designed to actually stop your bus, they do have their limitations. The first is speed. Gravity pulls the bus toward the lowest point, making it go faster as it goes down grade. And the faster you travel, the longer it takes to stop. In fact, whenever you double your speed, it takes 4 times the distance to stop. For example, if your bus is traveling at 20 miles per hour, it takes 20 feet to come to a complete stop. If you're going 40 miles per hour, it takes 80 feet. And if the road is wet or icy, it takes even farther. Plus, the faster you travel, the more destructive force your bus has if it hits anything. The second limitation to braking is weight. The heavier the bus is with passengers, the more work your brakes must do to stop it. You learned how the brakes work and check your brakes, but let's look closer at the braking action. When you press the brake pedal, special shoes or pads rub against the brake drum or rotor until the bus stops. This creates heat, and the longer it takes to stop or the harder the brakes have to work, the more heat they generate. And when your brakes get too hot, the brake lining starts to deteriorate. At first, the brakes start to fade, which means they have less stopping power. If the heat keeps up, fading can become brake failure. Overheating and brake failure can occur if you apply your brakes too often, too long, too quickly, or if you use them to slow down from too great a speed. That's why in mountain driving you should use your brakes to slow down in conjunction with engine compression and retarders. There's a lot riding on your brakes, so use them wisely. Always select a gear that will keep your bus at or below the posted speed limit. Many years ago, the recommended practice was to continually apply the brakes to slow down when traveling downhill. Studies have proven that snub braking is more effective and creates less heat in the brakes.
Snub braking? What is that? I've never heard of snub braking.
Snub braking is reasonably hard pressure on the brakes for a few seconds, but not hard enough to cause a wheel lockup or a skid. If you go above the posted limit, snub the brakes for about 3 seconds. This should drop your bus 5 to 8 miles per hour below the posted speed. A snub is not a stab. A snub should be firm, hard braking for a few seconds to slow the bus down, but not too hard to cause a brake lockup or a skid.